Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, back with you once again, and it's been one interesting week in the world of pro wrestling. And now this was originally going to be talking about MJF, doing this whole storyline stuff, but now we got some injuries to talk about. First, I want to talk about Scorpio Sky. He was injured during his TNT Championship match. Who successfully did in the main event, which was a decent match, which came after a huge announcement with CM Punk, which we'll be talking about later. But it's just like, wow. It says he went into the last match with his knee bothering me, and unfortunately, in open minutes, he strained a muscle that goes from the knee up to my groin. My right leg was useless from then on. Despite that, Wrestling SoCal felt amazing, even on one leg. Hopefully nothing serious, and we'll be back to defend the title soon. And he just got done with the whole Sam Guevara stuff, and he got a nice new championship. My goodness, the injury bug. And of course, you have CM Punk, who he has to the injury, which was at least was bad. Supposedly they didn't know how bad it was until Friday after. Let me just switch the stuff here. This is from Ringside News. Just see. Stop sharing and share here. Can we just share this here? It was that bad, and you see here. He's hurt his foot, so he needs to be. But also unlikely to be out for a long time. He looks like he might be out. Oh, I think he's going to be out for a while. Let me just see. Um, he's going to be supposedly Meltzer, and again, this is the only thing close enough and everything. So we start sharing here. It might not be as long as people says it is. As right now, he needs to require surgery, and it says not because it looks like it might be his foot, but it's not clear. He'll be out of action, but not for a long time. Not like it's going to be for 9 months or anything, not even 6 months. I think it might be at least 1, maybe 2 to 3 months. And if it is going to be 2 or 3 months, maybe that's why they have it, and he might do something with that later. So there is something there. So there is some like, oh my gosh, the injury, everything else. It's not as cataclysmic as it might be. And when you have these injuries, and then you have again Scorpio Sky, you have CM Punk, and then you got like let's All right. Let's see. All right. We're good. Hopefully. Last time everything is completely collapsed on everything. So hopefully everything is all right. I hope. Okay. Just see if everything is looking good. We are good. Yeah, everything's good. So again, I apologize for that, but I mean, like I will continue to say, what is going on with these AEW? What is going on? What's going on with AEW, man? The injuries and all that other stuff. I hope everyone is okay. Everyone's getting back to back to a healthier place. Because man, going to like the West Coast, man, everything just broke down, and then starting off with all the MJF stuff, which let me just go and talk about that for a second. I was going to originally talk about. Let's see. I'm looking at AEW. See if I can the roster. Let me just see here. Yada yada. Okay, in where we are. Okay, the M's. Let's see if I can point this out. You know, just let's see if everything's looking good. Well, everything looks good now. You know, all right, here it is, the roster. You see the M's here: Mark Henry, Mark Sterling, Mark Quinn, Matt Hardy, Matt Jackson, Matt Menard, Matt Sydal, Matt. There's a lot of Matts here. There's a lot of Matts at this point. A lot of Matts. I don't know what is AEW with the name Matt. Are they just going to take everyone? You know, hopefully there's no more Matts out there wrestling. I think they have enough Matts in their wrestling. Max Caster, Michael Nakazawa, Riro, Mr. Brody Lee Jr., Mr. Brody Lee, Malachi Black, Nick, and you see right here, ladies and gentlemen, no MJF. MJF is gone. And when you the story of that is pretty much like MJF after that huge shoot promo, basically going after the fans, going after everyone else, basically saying he wants to be fired. I don't know what they're going to do in this whole situation. I don't know what their long-term plan is. But when I said this last Thursday, and I will repeat this again, I hope that this will not, and I'll say this again, will not deflect from other storylines. I don't want MJF's story to basically just be this big cloud because there's so many wrestlers right now. There are so many, people that roster needs some more love. For example, the women's division, especially Thunder Rosa, they need more love. I like Athena and everything. There needs to be more love there. There needs to be more love for that roster. The women's roster. I mean, I would love to see multiple, not just segments, but women's matches. Put some trios matches there. Build up some triple, tag teams. Some trios matches for the ladies. They do really fun. They're really fun on Dark and Dark Elevation. Why not have that for AEW, the main roster? You can do that and maybe, shuffle away from from some of the other storylines that just are not clicking. Have rotate around. Have a ladies' night and have more women's matches and more things to build up the women's division. Just saying, okay, we have only one women's match, and it's usually with Britt Baker, and it's just like, give them opportunity. Honestly, more Willow Nightmare. I'm just like, come on, Willow Nightmare got to get. She's basically she's barely but black and thick. I don't know why I don't know why no one wants to give her that much. Haven't signed her. She should have won. I honestly think she should have won the Owen. I mean, that would have been perfect. Someone coming right out of nowhere, winning the Owen, and using that momentum to beat Jay Gargill for the TBS championship. It wrote right in itself. I would have said no to Kara. I would have said no to Red Velvet. I'm sorry, Red Velvet. It ain't gonna happen. You could be still part of the baddie section. Say Willow Nightmare cheated or whatever, or something like that, and you could build her up. Heck, have her, get like beat up with Jade or whatever before the tournament. Say, oh, she might not make it. Have DM be like, yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have this, completely easy way out to beat her. That sort of thing. Build that up. That'd be nice. But instead, well, it's always Britt Baker. But that's just me. But anyway, my point is MJF's story looks cool, looks interesting. But my fear is that it will this work shoot stuff is going to um overtake AEW, and I don't think it's going to be a good thing. I think it will be a bad thing. It will be the absolute worst thing for AEW to actually to implement. That's me. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. Anyway, that's it for this lovable segment. Next up is the state of play reactions, and I got some thoughts on the state of play, and hopefully you will agree, disagree of it. We all have our very interesting thoughts about all of it. Anyway, we'll be right back right at us here live on the Duke CT Lounge. Thanks again for joining me here on this special edition on Saturday because, Thursday wasn't cutting it. So, again, apologies. But, hopefully you can hear me and see the lounge. Be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thanks so much for joining me here on talkshoe.com and this weird Saturday show. But hey, it's don't worry, no worries, ladies and gentlemen. This is again a little bit of temporary stuff. Next, we'll be right back on the Thursday tip. We're gonna be back on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just because the internet went a little bit wonky and everything else, but hey, and that's working well right now. So let's get into this little bit of a live stream. All right, let's get into the state of play, which, funny enough, happened on Thursday. And man, oh man, I got some things to say about this. Because, hey, I'm hopefully trying to get a PS5 somehow, some way. I don't know how. I'm trying to get out of PS5 or Xbox Series X, one of those systems, because I like my Switch, but I don't think I should be the only next-gen console I have. Anyway, there's some really good stuff here. First off, there's Resident Evil 4 remake, pretty much saying screw you to Resident Evil. Oh gosh. Code Veronica. Screw you to Code Veronica. We're going to Resident Evil 4 remake, which didn't need a remake. I don't know why. I mean, Code Veronica's right there. Maybe they can make Steve Burnside likable. Huh? Would you like that? Would you like to see Steve Burnside likable? But no, that's not going to happen anytime soon. But hey, it would look nice, and it's going to be released next year. So, hey, RE4, I might be doing a bit of a live stream to kick off or something. Maybe a Resident Evil. If I get the next-gen systems, I can finally sit back and play all of the Resident Evil 4, like the remakes, and just live stream and just play all of them until Resident Evil 4. I'll live stream that. That'll be fun. Next up is Spider-Man Remastered to the PC. Yay! I would like to play on my PC, but I don't want my computer to explode. But I'm going to get this. I'm going to go and get the PS5 so I can play that version. And look, I'll play the Spider-Man Remastered version there, and Miles Morales. I'll eventually do that. I will eventually do that, because that'd be fun to, because it looks good. And I can't wait to see all the crazy mods that you nerds are going to do. And then we got Horizon Forbidden West. Oh gosh, a new game. Oh my goodness, look at this. Stuff that's already used to be in games, now I'm just going to update them. I remember games used to have new game pluses and all these other things. They used to have them built into the games, and now it's just downloads and everything else. But hey, you know what? If you love Horizon, I haven't played the series. It looks fine. I can't wait. When I get the next gen systems, I am going to be playing them, and hopefully do a nice review of them if y'all want me to. Put something in the comments if you want me to do that. Anyway, by the way, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Anyway, then you got VR, which is okay. It looks nice. But I'm always very, very critical of VR because one, the cost, because the money is not going to be there. It's just, I think the money right now, if you look at, what's going on right now, inflation, all this stuff, no one's going to really afford to have VR. And two, the room. And, I think many other YouTubers already talked about this, but I might kind of bite them a bit because the immersion is going to be ruined when you're like, wham! I hit my arm. Oh my gosh! I hit my arm, and it's guess what? And it's supposed to be an empty field, and when it gets to that point, the immersion's ruined. You're not really, and also no pain receptions. You're just like, you're not really hurt. You're just like. I want my holodeck. Until we get a holodeck, I'm out. I'm out, ladies and gentlemen. The holodeck, it's close. It's we're not there yet, but call me when we get to the holodeck. Then I'm gonna be impressed. Then we got Dead Space, with Prisoners Edition, Calypso, which looks nice. But it's gonna be released on December 2nd. Hopefully, it's gonna be good. Roller Dome. I think exactly as Paul Heyman version of that. Oh gosh, that was hilarious. But yeah, this looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be a nice little cell shaded, violent roller skating battler. All this stuff looks really cool. Hopefully, it plays well. And then we got Eternal Nights. Oh, we have an action game and a dating sim. Because that is what we need. I need to kill all these monsters, but also, oh no, not only have to kill those monsters, I have to, study for high school, and then, oh no, and the prom, and I have to find a nice date, and the prom's tomorrow. Oh no, oh man, saving the world, but also trying to find a nice date. Man, if it's, I don't know, maybe if I try to play it, I would just be like, I don't know. That's just me. I'm just like, if I'm trying to save the world, I'm like, I think dating has to be on hold. I would say, yeah, about the sweetie, baby, you probably have to take it off. We got to, we got to put our relationship on hold because there's like demons and monsters coming beyond the veil. And I don't think I'm going to be able to make any time for you, and just move on from that. I don't know how you're going to exactly. I mean, how and it's gonna be hilarious when you meet and miss a date, and you're like, and they know, oh, like you're fighting monsters or whatever. I think I saw someone like fight with you or something, or whatever. I'm like, come on now. And they're like, oh, how dare you miss my date? I'm like, girl, I'm out here fighting demons. I'm sorry. I'm like 20 minutes late to the date and ever. I had to go back and just do all this, like, go on, I had to get in the shower. I had to get the clothes on. I had to do a lot of stuff to get all this demon dark stuff off me. Take the camera. It takes a while, all right? That sort of thing. I mean, I don't know what type of relationship you're gonna be about while the world's like, action game and a dating simulator. Oh, and it's gonna have some Resident Evil 4 and RE Village are gonna have some VR2 content too. So all the freaky fetishes and such are gonna have some fun. Yay! Oh, and Final Fantasy 16, which looks like it's going to be a mixture of RPG, Titan fighting, and honestly looks like a bit of fighting game into it. That's something like that. And speaking of fighting games, guess what? Street Fighter 6 looks to be something really good. It looks like it. You got Ryu and Chun-Li and some new other fighters. And looks like it's going to be some open world stuff too, because why not? Why not be open world? Because that genre has not been overused over and over and over and over and over again and again and again. Yeah. Can't wait for that. But honestly, I hope it's good. And I haven't played Street Fighter. I haven't played Street Fighter in a long while for me. Maybe the 8-2DH, but this might be good. I hope because I want a complete game. Because the last time that wasn't even complete. When it first showed up, there was no game. There was like 3-4 fighters, and that's it. You had to wait until the special edition and such. And I'm like, I didn't even buy Street Fighter V because of it. I could not buy that game. But here's hoping Capcom has seen the light and actually, put at least a full half a part of a game or whatever. Wouldn't it be nice if they would put the full game in there? But, hopefully they will. But then we have Tunic, a Fox Zelda clone, which is nice, and Season, is basically an indie game with just taking pictures and all that type of stuff. Things you could be doing outside, but well, it costs money and you know time and all this stuff you don't have. Also, Stray is a cyberpunk cat game, which you do all the cat stuff, but also in cyberpunk. So yeah, I expect a lot of people who love cats to play this game, including myself. So so I can't wait for this game. So it's come on July 19th. And hopefully that time I actually have the PS5 and PlayStation Plus. So would that be nice? That'd be great. But yeah, overall, the only games I'm looking forward to from playing is Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy 16 looks good, uh, Roller Dome, um, see, and Resident Evil 4. I will be looking for good about that. I'll probably get Horizon for Horizon Forbidden West when I finally play the series as well. So there's some stuff I am going to look into and all these other stuffs there. So there's some things I can't wait to actually sit and play. It looks like it's gonna be real fun. But overall, there's some good stuff, and there's some good stuff, some stuff. But until I can actually sit and play them, we can't figure out what's going to be good or bad. That's gonna. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be. I can't wait to actually sit and play these games. So yeah, I have good and positive